kitchen. If you haven't made dinner tonight, then watch this, some quick and easy inspiration. We're back in Tara's kitchen for another midweek munch-off. So, what are we going to be making today?
Well, we're going to be doing some baked eggs with tomato sauce. It's another quick, simple supper. This, hopefully, is everything that you should already have in your kitchen without even going out.
That's very helpful.
Very helpful.
So, should we get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
So what have we got going on here?
We've got going on here a pan of boiling water because we're going to hard boil some eggs, basically.
Okay.
So, always, never ever use battery operated eggs. Always, or caged eggs, always, at least free range, if not organic, right? So, boiling water, hopefully. And we're going to do them for about, I'd say, 8 minutes for a hard boiled egg into boiling water. So this is for eggs that are on the boil. We're going to make 2 sauces to go with this. There's a tomato sauce, which is just some garlic, some white onion, simple as, and some fresh tomatoes. And with this recipe, I would really suggest that you can make, right, cooking when you get home from work is all about not doing every single thing from scratch, is it? Because you want stuff that's all ready to go. So if you make a bit, no, you don't. If you make a bit more of this, it's going to have a white sauce on the top, which is also known as a bechamel. Okay. So if you make more of that, you can freeze it, and then when you want to do something like, I don't know, lasagna or cauliflower cheese, you can just get it out of the freezer, like hack a slab off it, and off you go. It's pretty good, you know, to have it there. So, this milk here, do you know, I've just put some bay leaves in it and a bit of thyme.
How come you've done that?
Well, it heats it up first of all, and it gives it a bit of smell, like a nice flavour. You know? So that's ready to go. So we just get some onion and some garlic cooking off, and then all it is just onion, garlic, some fresh tomato, and a bit of thyme. Not herb, but thyme, as in time to cook. I'm going to just season this at the beginning with a bit of salt and some pepper. Salt and pepper. Good with almost anything, isn't it? Do you want to chop a few tomatoes as well? I quite like having an assistant, it's good. Okay, so this is just cooking now, tomatoes, onion and garlic, and I put a bit of bay leaf in there, and salt and pepper. That's one thing cooking, so I'll just leave that on the back burner, and put a lid on it. Just cool them down a bit.
Don't want to burn my hands when I'm
peeling them. Don't burn your hands, your little delicate hands. Just sort of crack them a bit to get them going, get into them. And I always peel them in the water because then when the shells don't come off, they come off in the water then. That's a good little tip, there you go.
It's time to get peeling. Just
melt the butter for this white sauce, or bechamel they call it. And it's just made with melted butter and flour, just plain flour. We haven't burnt the tomato sauce. We have not burnt the tomato sauce, it's alright. It's cooking down nicely now. Getting all soft. Right, so once the butter's melted, you just put in some flour, and if you were going to weigh it out, I'd say this might be about an ounce of, oh god, hang on, about 30 grams of butter probably. 30, 40 grams of butter and the same amount of flour. So however much you do, it's just the same amount. Flour to butter and enough milk to make it kind of white saucy, as we will see. And then you add the milk. You can just add it a little bit of time. You can't make it with cold milk, but then you really do need to add it a little bit of time because it goes very lumpy. But if it does go lumpy, you know, you can just whisk it. It's not the end of the world either. Nothing is the end of the world. It's only cooking. You know what's really nice with white sauce is nutmeg.
Nutmeg?
Yeah, nutmeg is, this doesn't remind you of rice pudding and being told. I don't know what that's about. It's very kind of homely and comforting, you know, when you want to curl up into a ball.
By the fire.
By the fire, yeah, it's just what you want, isn't it? So that's pretty much all it takes to do. Cooked tomato sauce and a cooked white sauce and some boiled eggs and a bit of ham. And we'll find a little cute dish to cook it in. So these are perfectly boiled eggs, aren't they? We'll just put those in here like this. Just cut it into sort of slivers. I won't put any more salt because the ham is quite salty. But if you do have more tomato sauce left over, it's fine. You can just put it in the freezer or cook something with it the next day or a few days later. It'll hang around in the fridge for a few days without going anywhere. And there's no real cooking to do, but I just melt it under the grill a bit to make it kind of brown it a bit and come together a bit, you know. Oops. Now that it's a bit cold, isn't it now? End of October-ish. Getting there. It's nice to have something a bit comfy. So you just stick it under the grill for a bit. Should we have a look, see how it's doing?
We should take a look at it now.
Haven't waited long enough.
Oh, there we go.
There we go, that's bubbling. That's all you want.
Really good. Amazing.
Is it good?
Again. 2
Great.
weeks in a
High
row.
five.
You're doing a good job.
Partner. If you do want the recipe for this, you can go onto my website. That's tarastable.co.uk.
That's it for today's show.
Join us